Get flooded. Time now for the executive edge. Chinese linked fast fashion retailer Shein is suing rival Temu, alleging that that retailer stole its designs and built an empire using counterfeiting, intellectual property infringement, as well as fraud. The suit is notable because Shein faces similar accusations from a wide.
Hey, I am Dave T, your intellectual property attorney, dealing with everything from trademarks, patents, trade secrets, as well as copyrights. Now, you hear the gentleman. Look, my mom always told me, 2 wrongs does not make a right. And it seems like Shein is suing Temu for copyright infringement. And it seems like Shein is not without fault. They've been sued by H&M as well as others. Actually, it broke down a lawsuit, copyright lawsuit on this channel here maybe a couple months ago, where I think Shein was hidden or wrapped up in a RICO lawsuit for their continuous infringement, copyrights, things of that sort, stealing small design owners' copyrights to their drawings and things like that, to their 2D renderings or whatnot. And I actually had someone on who I interviewed maybe a couple months ago that he talked about Temu has, they again they are caught up and engaged in some of the similar I guess activities as relates to selling products that are infringing other people's patents. And again, so it's interesting that these two have decided to go at it with each other for copyright infringement as well as other things. And especially since they're both are, it seems like from my understanding are maybe engaged in similar practices. You guys have to let me know in the comment section. Is Shein and Temu one of the same? I don't know much about these two companies outside of, from what I hear, a lot of stuff is cheap on their platforms, and seems like they kind of both, again, from my understanding, from what I hear, allegedly take others, patent products, trademarks, copyrights, and essentially sell them for essentially little to nothing. So in other words, they have cheap products, not only cheap in value, but also cheap in quality. You guys have to let me know, are these two companies, Temu and Shein, are they one of the same, or what differentiates them? Does Shein do something that Temu does or sells, and vice versa? Does Temu do something or sell something that Shein does? You guys have to let me know in the comment section. I think this is interesting, and then we'll break down this article here in a little bit. But let's see what the gentleman has to say on CNBC. Let's go.
A variety of brands.
That's all they do.
Yep, including Levi Strauss and H&M.
So it seems like Levi Strauss. I have some good Levi's. I like Levi. So it seems like Levi and H&M are both suing Shein for essentially copyright infringement, the same thing that they are suing Temu for. Again, 2 wrongs does not make a right. That's all I'm gonna say.
Of, let's say, the bag you were buying was identical, would you still feel like you were like, does it make a difference? Those Chanel bags are like,
Dude, I'm not a brand label person, so
I know people who are, and Chanel bags.
I don't own one.
You don't own one?
No, I'm the bag that I have right now.
I don't own one. I know people who do own them.
You know where I got that bag?
Where?
Target.
No, and again, he brings up a good point. Obviously, if Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Dior, some of these luxury brands, if they're selling a purse for $5,000 and you're getting it off of Temu or Shein for $100, $50, I guess, do you need that bad? I'm sure that you can get what Chanel or some purse that is a real quality purse that's not essentially a knockoff. Do you need to have that luxury brand, that Louis Vuitton, that LV, that Dior, or whatever the brand is, Burberry? Do you actually need that brand so bad that, and obviously you can't afford it, that's why you're getting a knockoff, that you would get a knockoff? I'm not sure, man. I think the gentleman brings up a good point. Seems like the other news anchor, the woman, she wasn't a big, I guess, brand person, but I guess, again, brings up a good point. Let's take a look at this article. It seems like this article gets a little bit more into the weeds as far as what's going on, and we'll try to get you guys up out of here after a quick one. But let me know in the comment section, is Temu and Shein one of the same, or do they actually do or sell different things or specialize in different things? I use that word specialize loosely. So let's go here. So Shein sues Temu over copyright infringement, alleges rival loses money on every sale. Oh, that's interesting. See Shein here to the left, Temu here is to the right. And again, let me know, to the extent that you, I guess, bought something from Shein and Temu. Let me know in the comment section. And do they have real things, or do they only sell knockoffs? I would imagine that some stuff is real, but let me know if they only sell knockoffs, man. Let it be told from what you hear. Seems like they only sell knockoffs, but obviously that may not be the case. Let's see. Let me go to this other view. Here we go. So you hear Shein, you see Shein here to the left, Temu is here to the right. Chinese link fast fashion giant Shein. Man, anytime you have I guess a fast fashion giant and it's Chinese link, man, that already raises some eyebrow just because we know how they get down, or a lot of companies get down in China as far as the knockoffs and stuff like that. But let's continue reading. It's suing rival Temu, alleging the retailer store it stole its designs and built an empire using counterfeit intellectual property infringement and fraud. The suit filed on Monday, so I'm gonna have to break down this lawsuit, man, and kind of go off into the details and see what Shein is alleging. It comes as Shein itself fends off similar allegations from a wide variety of brands and independent artists, including Levi Strauss and H&M. So again, Levi Strauss and H&M is suing Shein for the same thing that Shein is suing Temu for. Two wrongs don't make a right. And what they say at some point, this stuff gonna catch up with you. So yeah, I guess the Shein lawsuit that I broke down, they were suing, they were taking independent artists, essentially copyrights, and plastering them on similar things. And man, they had a whole scheme. That's why it was like a RICO lawsuit. But it was at least the scheme that was alleged, man. It was a pretty sophisticated scheme, and yeah, the copyright or independent artists weren't too happy about that. So let's continue to go moving on here. In its complaint, Shein alleges that Temu, owned by PDD Holdings, is a masquerading as a legitimate online marketplace because it encourages its sellers to steal other brands' designs and then prevents them from removing products from the platform, even after they have admitted to infringement. Ah, dang. So it seems like if you're admitted to, and that was the other thing, I guess now that I think about it, Shein was actually paying these independent artists, giving them money. So anytime you are paying somebody, so if somebody's coming after you saying, hey, you stole my design, and as opposed to saying, no, I didn't steal your design, or no, we got this from X, Y, and Z, or we made this on our own in terms of copyright. If you start paying these guys money, it seems like to me that's you're acknowledging that you kind of stole their design. So it seemed like Shein was doing that because a number of the independent artists was coming back and saying, hey, yeah, Shein paid us. They try to essentially give us pennies on the dollar of our product. So to me, if you're actually paying the people who's saying that you committed this copyright infringement or infringement of some sort, that's almost like admitting to your fault, in my opinion. So yeah, that was weird. But nonetheless, let's move on here. So Temu draws U.S. consumers into downloading and using this mobile application with the promises of extremely low pricing. But Temu is not profiting from the sale of these products, which are priced so low that Temu must subsidize each sale, losing money on every transaction. Man, that's crazy. I would be interested in knowing how that works. So essentially, Shein, what they're alleging in the complaint is that Temu is selling products for so lower prices that they don't even make money off this. So they lose money with each transaction. Like, how do you make money? So, okay, it seems like they're going to tell us. Only by encouraging its sellers to infringe the intellectual property rights of others and sell counterfeit or substandard goods can Temu hope to minimize the massive losses it is subsidizing. Man, let's see. Only by encouraging its sellers to infringe the intellectual property rights of others and sell counterfeit or substandard goods can Temu. So it seems like what the complaint is alleging, Shein is alleging, is that, hey, Temu, it seems like Temu is selling some stuff, but they're selling their stuff for such extremely low prices that they're not making money off that. However, by them selling their stuff for extremely low prices, they're encouraging others to essentially commit trademark infringement by selling other people's products and sell knockoff products to essentially account for the losses. I'm not sure how that works, to be honest with you, but you guys have to let me know in the comments if that makes sense to you. That doesn't make sense to me. So Shein is saying that, hey, Temu sells stuff essentially at a loss, and they only kind of make up for those losses by encouraging sellers to infringe others' intellectual property rights and sell counterfeit and substandard goods on their website. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me, but let me know in the comment section if that makes sense to you. Let's continue on. In a response, a Temu spokesperson says Shein's audacity is unbelievable. Man, Temu is pretty much saying Shein does the same stuff we do. So Shein buried under his own mountain of IP lawsuits. That's not a good thing when you're buried under a mountain of IP lawsuits. Had the nerve to fabricate accusations against others for the very misconduct they repeatedly sued for, the spokesperson said. So it seems like Temu is saying they do the same thing. So again, that brings me back to my original question. is Temu and Shein one of the same company? Do they essentially engage in the same allegedly unlawful activities, or does one do something that the other doesn't do, and vice versa? Like I said, I don't shop on these platforms, so I'm not sure. So it says the dueling e-tailers have taken the retail industry by storm with their ultra low price products and their ability to respond to trends far faster than their legacy competitors. Along the way, the two have racked up mountains of criticism related to their labor practices. Okay, that's a separate issue with the Chinese government with the labor, essentially sweatshops. As the two jockey for market share, they have taken to the courts to accuse each other of a series of scandalous allegations. Last year, Temu sued. So hold on. What's going on? So Shein has sued Temu in this case for copyright infringement. It seems like last year, Temu sued Shein over copyright concerns and allegations that it is mafia-style intimidation of suppliers to bully them into exclusive. Like, what is going on? In Shein's complaint, the company accused Temu of brazen illicit behavior. It said at least one of Temu's employees stole valuable trade secrets. Okay, that's another form of intellectual property trade secrets that identify best-selling Shein products, along with internal pricing information to help in its efforts to compete. Armed with this stolen information, Temu then directed its sellers to copy those and other best-selling Shein products and sell knockoff versions on Temu's website and mobile application, the complaint said. Temu is no man. Look, I'm tired of this. It seems like both of these companies, Temu and Shein, are engaging in what looks to be suspect business practices at best, and they're suing each other for copyright infringement. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Have you bought stuff from Temu? Have you bought stuff for Shein? Do they actually sell quality products, or is everything knockoffs? Is everything low price, and is everything low quality? Let me know in the comment section. Like I said, I stick to my apparel. You see the God Intellectual Property shirt. I stick to my alma mater, Michigan State, in the background, the authentic alma mater, Michigan State brand apparel. And I don't do too much Shein, Temu. But let me know, to the extent that you have shopped there, do they engage in any activities where they sell quality products? Is not, I guess, the cheapest, and it's not a knockoff. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. I'm trying to bring you guys these current events, and I thought this was interesting because I've had people on that said that Temu has knocked off their patented product, and then I've actually broke down a recent lawsuit on with regard to Shein that they actually were wrapped up in a RICO lawsuit for their business practices, committing copyright infringement on independent artists, and essentially taking it, plastering over rugs and tiles and things like that and selling. So I don't know, man. Two wrongs don't make a right. And it seems like both of these companies have some explaining to do. You guys take care. I'll see you next time. Hit the subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and hit the like button. And see you next time. Peace.